morning, I'm Jadence.
And I'm Miley. Today is March 8th, and this is
The Hammer. Welcome back to another episode of The Hammer. To kick things off today, we have some sport announcements from Bauer.
How's it going, Westlake? To kick things off, our girls basketball team sadly lost to Lone Peak in a close heartbreaker, with the final score being 50-59. Moving on to college basketball, BYU beat Kansas in a comeback ending in a score of 76-68. They will be traveling to Ames, Iowa to face Iowa State tonight. In Salt Lake, the Utes beat Cal Berkeley in a blowout, winning the game 88-59. The Utes will play an away game against Oregon State tomorrow night. And finally, the Aggies beat Air Force, winning the game 72-60. The Aggies will play an away game against the San Jose State tonight. That's all for this week. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Bauer, for keeping us up to date.
Moving on from those exciting sports announcements, we now have the weather report from Taylor.
Good morning, Westlake. Welcome back to the Hammer's weekly weather report. Starting off our 4-day weekend right, today and tomorrow we will be enjoying some beautiful sun with a low of 25 and a chilly high of 40 and 48. So although the sun sounds amazing, keep wearing those coats. Sunday, our weather will be shifting over with some clouds and sun still peeking through, but thankfully a warmer forecast with a low of 31 and a high of 55. Monday through Wednesday, we're going to be experiencing some cloudy weather with lows in the 30s and some highs in the 40s and 50s. Our next Thursday and Friday, we will once again experience some sun with lows in the 30s and highs reaching the 50s. Thank you guys for tuning in, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Taylor. It seems Phil the Groundhog's early spring predictions are not yet going to come into effect.
Do you mean utterly wrong? Next week, we have both the 11th and the 12th off, so make sure you don't come to school. I know I really don't want to.
I know, I'm going to be partying my face off.
Okay. Now we kick it off to our announcements by Casey and Will.
Thanks, Kason and Will, for our weekly update.
Taking a break from our announcements, we have Tessa, who's joining us live in the Commons.
Thank you. And here today we have
Kaysen Rouse.
And I'm Tessa Douglas. Kaysen, what would you say your favorite song is?
Carnival by Kanye West.
That's a good one. And besides Kanye West, who would you say your favorite singer is?
I don't really know. I only really listen to Kanye West, so.
Okay. And what would you say your favorite genre of music is?
What genre is Kanye West?
Hip-hop, rock, rap.
No, not rock. Hip-hop. Yeah.
Hip-hop?
Rap, not hip-hop.
Rap, hip-hop stuff. Awesome. Well, thanks again, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Tessa.
The next term starts on the 13th, so make sure you're prepared for the very final term of the 2024 year. Now we go on to a commercial by our very own Chesney and Craig about growing plants in spring.
Good morning, everyone. It's now officially March, which means spring is right around the corner. Even though it's still kind of snowing outside, it's nice that it'll start warming up soon. Because of that weather change, we're going to start getting a lot more plants growing soon, which means you can also grow them indoors. Today we're going to show you how to grow some sprouts in your own home. There are 3 parts to the container we'll use to grow these: the main body, a filter, and a lid to keep the moisture in. All you have to do is gently sprinkle the seeds in the filter, douse the seeds with water, and leave the container covered next to a window. And with that, you'll have sprouts ready to eat in 3 to 5 days. Enjoy the spring and get growing.
Thanks, Chesney and Craig. Maybe I won't kill all my plants now. Remember, this month we'll be starting our Aspire testing, so study hard, Westlake. And for our next segment, we have Aiden with our movie review on Godzilla Minus One.
Thanks for passing over the mic. On today's movie review, I'll be talking about what I think is the best movie of 2023, Godzilla Minus One. Godzilla Minus One is a great movie about guilt, honor, and family. Less so on family. Set in Japan right after the events of World War II, our main character, Tsukishima, is a kamikaze pilot who abandoned his job, which led to several repairmen dying by the hands of Godzilla. I love this movie because of how Godzilla is handled. Instead of just being a one-note creature of destruction, Godzilla is a representation of Shikishima's guilt and troubles. While obviously Godzilla is a real being, like just destroying Japan, him being there gives Shikishima a chance to redeem himself from his past sins. The acting in this movie is amazing. The only criticism I really have for this movie is the scene with Shikishima and his kinda sorta girlfriend, where he explains the entire first half of the movie to both us and the audience and her, and it kind of takes you out of the movie when all you've inferred due to the writing of the scenes just get explained by the main character to you. Now, a good Godzilla movie needs to have a good roar, and needless to say, Godzilla Minus One has one of the best roars out of any Godzilla movies. Overall, I really love this movie despite its few flaws, and thank you guys for listening, and back to you guys.
That seems like a very good movie to watch. Finally, we have Chesney on her magic window, sharing more on her review of Special Pokemon.
Thank you, guys. We all know Pokemon as a fairly easy children's franchise, notable for its iconic cute designs and battle mechanics. The fan base is one of the largest worldwide and doesn't just include little kids. That leaves the question, how do older people enjoy these games? They don't leave much of a challenge mechanically and are very forgiving. To solve this problem, a niche community of Pokemon players have created new rules to enjoy the game at a difficulty level that suits them, called Pokemon Nuzlocke. The rules are simple. You can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in a given area. You must name it to grow attached to your new best friend and partner, and, oh yeah, lead them into dangerous fights that can result in their irreversible deaths. There is nothing more rewarding than taking your cute companions into legalized dogfights where they could die at any moment and leave you emotionally scarred. These rules make it possible to permanently lose a Pokemon run, as if you kill all your Pokemon and your player whites out or blacks out, you are considered dead and no longer allowed to continue. Despite the difficult rules and the morbid lore added to the game, many players find these runs fun and challenging, adding to the replayability to a normally stagnant game series. Now for the ultimate question, will I ever try one of these runs? I've actually attempted one recently, got an awesome team, grew emotionally attached, and almost immediately killed my lightning dog. Needless to say, it is not a challenge for me, but those with stronger spirits may enjoy the extra challenge. With that said, back to you guys.
Thanks, Chesney. My personal favorite is Lucario. That's all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on The Hammer.
In the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, or you feel my